Right then, episode number, I don't know what episode we're on, but I do know it is a push day today. As you can probably tell, the energy levels are not necessarily going to be there today, which is a bit annoying, but we're going to try and have the best session possible. And we're going to get an energy drink as well. And I'm going to show you guys what supplements I'm having also, just so we're able to have the best session possible. Pump, energy, everything. So we're going to start off with 1 scoop of electrolytes from a brand called Dyna. So we have a scoop of that. So that should keep us. To be fair, our water's been pretty good though, so I don't think we don't need much hydration, but it's always good to have more, so we'll have a scoop of that. Now, that should probably have another scoop as well of that when we do cardio a bit later. But we're also going to have a scoop of, what is the serving size? 1 scoop. So this is a new kind of like pump. I've been using, previously in my other sessions, I've been using a pump from ESN. Golden Pump Pro, which I've probably shown in all my other videos, but I've kind of moved to a new one recently, which is VascuMax by Strom Sports. So we're going to use that today instead and see what kind of pump this gives. Apparently, again, this is recommended by my coach, so apparently this is really good, like really good. So we're going to try that. It's acai berry flavour, so interesting flavour. So we're going to see what kind of pump this gives today. So I'm kind of excited, can't lie. A scoop of that without fucking getting it everywhere on the gym floor. And then just in terms for like a little bit of energy, so because none of that really has any caffeine in, so it's kind of like obviously the pump products are like L-citrulline, glycerol and all that kind of stuff. And then we'll put our electrolytes as well. And just for like a little caffeine boost, we're going to have Boost Tea by ESN, which is basically just pure caffeine with a bit of L-theanine and green tea extract in. So we're going to have a scoop of that, and then we'll have another scoop when we do cardio with electrolytes. So to have a bit of energy during when we do cardio. But we're going to have an energy drink as well, so that should be more than enough energy really to, you know, get me through the session and actually have a decent session. So I want to have a decent push session today. So what I'll do is we're going to start on incline dumbbell chest press. So I'll probably get a warm-up set done off camera and get that done. And then we'll go on to 3 working sets of 2 sets of 10 to 12 and then 1 set of 12 to 15, which I want to do 50 on the 2 sets of 10 to 12, but we'll see how it moves today. But yeah, so I'll do the warm-up set off camera, and yeah, we'll then move into probably the first working set of the session, so the chest press. Right, done a warm-up set on 32. Just bash out 32 just to get a bit of blood in the chest. And this fucking combination I've done here is actually blew my head off. I actually drank a sip and I was like, what the hell? But I can already tell, I literally had a sip and I'm like, I had a stim shot, it's like ridiculous, and I feel like I'm super sane or something now, but oh my god, right, that's sweet, but got the 50s now, 112, I'm praying for 12, but they always feel, well they're always feeling heavy at the moment when I'm taking them off the rack, but we'll see how it moves. But we are going to need music for this 100%, let's do this, so let's see how these move. Right, they were heavy. That was annoying. I got 10 there. I would have got 11, but that first rep, getting them up, was a bit, kind of fucked me over a little bit for that 11 or 12th rep. It's a bit annoying. We got 10, which was kind of the benchmark that I wanted to set myself anyway, so that's fine. So we hit 10 on that. Next set I'll get a spot, just for the first rep, and then I'm feeling I can get 11 and 12 then. But it's just, that first rep kind of fucked the set up, which is a bit annoying, but it's what it is. So we'll bash up one more set of that, and then we'll probably move on to 48s, I reckon, for 12 or 15. So yeah, that's the plan. We'll do 2 more sets. I'll get a spot for the next set on that, just for the first rep. And then, but yeah, strength right now, boys, is not fun, but anyway, here's what it is. So 2 more sets of that, and then we'll move into the second movement. It's actually getting really hot in this gym now, so I actually think it might be time just to, it's coming into weather where I should not be wearing a hoodie or a sweatshirt, but I'm sweating, I'm one exercise in, it's fucking ridiculous. But anyway, exercise number 2, we're going to be doing easy bar skull crushers. Now, I've got 44 kilogram on the bar, and I've been at this weight for a long while now. I don't want to go up and I don't want to go down at the moment. I want to maintain as like as best as I can the weight and the reps at the moment of all these exercises, because we're not in a building muscle phase at the moment. So here's what it is, but we're gonna hit this for hopefully 15 reps is the goal. So 2 sets of 15, 12 to 15, and 1 set of 10 to 12, but then we'll pause in the shortened position. So in that last set, we're gonna have to kind of like pause, kind of like in the shortened position, and then power up and extend. So I'm quite hopeful for these, but we'll see how they move. And I keep the bench on a little bit of an incline, not too much of an incline though. But it's one of those sessions where I need to listen to music today, so yeah, see how this first set moves. That was a nice set actually. That was a perfect amount of reps to failure there. That 16 wouldn't have been, without I hit 15, but if I went for a 16th one, it would have been a bit cheaty. So that was a perfect set. Perfect 15 reps. Felt my tricep, the whole movement, and the head that I wanted to feel. It's a long head. So yeah, I'm happy with that. we're gonna have to take the pump cover off soon, can't lie. We're gonna have to get lateral raises in though before I do that. And have a bit more pumpery. But yeah, what we'll do is we'll finish 2 more working sets of them. And then we'll move on to, hopefully, it'll be lateral raises next it will be. So we'll cut into that, and that'll be exercise number 3. Right then, so on to exercise number 4 now. So what I've already done already is I've done kind of two working sets out of 3, so this could be the 3rd one. So what we've done already is 20 reps on 14, which is to get the pump going a little bit. And then I've just done 12 reps on 18. And so now we'll do a 3rd set of 12 reps on 16 with a drop set of 30% to 12k. So to be fair, this set should give like the best pump out of the 3. But as I said, those first 2 working sets felt alright, to be fair, and we hit exactly on the reps and plus more and a few partials at the end, so that was good. So we're gonna hit 12 of these, and they should move alright because the 18s move nicely, so then we'll drop down to 12. Probably going a bit closer. It's a lot better. Cool. Just wait just a couple of seconds for that drop set, and then we'll hit then 12s until failure. For those 16s, I kind of did a few partials at the end there. 13 reps to 12 and a few partials, so we'll hit these 12s till failure now. Let me see how these move. Pretty decent song though, always. Now that is what you call till failure. I think that was about 15, 16 there. And then 20 with like just kind of partials at the end. So that's kind of how you want to hit it really. Just literally, you can't even lift the weight above your waist kind of. So I'm happy with that, to be fair. And the pump's looking good, so can't complain. So what we'll do now is move on to the 4th exercise, which will either be hopefully flies or some sort of tricep movement. I can't get triceps in though. Well, I already hit triceps, but not short head, so hopefully it will be a tricep movement or a fly movement, but kind of move into that next. Right, 5th exercise now. So back onto triceps, so we're going to train short head of the tricep now. So I've already done one set of 12 to 15 on, well, the exercise itself first is just straight bar tricep extensions. I think I've mentioned why I use the straight bar in the past, but I just use it because I have better stability and I can just kind of get a better contraction on my triceps, which is what we kind of want. So I've already hit one set of 12 to 15 on 54. So now we're going to hit a set of 10 to 12 on 59, which we'll do now as our second working set. Then our third working set will hit a set of 64 and we'll drop it probably 30%, so 45-ish, and we'll do that to failure. So we'll record this set and then try and hit 12 reps. Should be easy, but we'll see. Wow, that was a fucking very good set, holy shit. So, I'm gonna hit 12 there, which is what we want. Felt quite nice actually, towards the end there. Bit struggle, but got it in, which was good. So, we'll probably hit another working set with 12 on a bit higher weight, even though I should probably stay at that weight, but we'll hit higher anyway, even if we get 10 or 11. I'm happy with that. So we'll hit that again and we'll drop it 30% to a failure. But yeah, that Strum Sports like pump pre is honestly working a fucking charm today. We're looking ridiculous, but we'll do. So we'll do that third working set, and then hopefully after that, next movement will probably be, well, I want it to be flow. Actually, no, we'll do shoulder lateral raises, but cables, and then flies, and then back to tries, and then Smith machine, and then done. So we'll finish this set, and then we'll probably move into the next movement. Right, exercise number 6 now. So in terms of this, I've just done one working set on 9. Which we hit for 20 reps, and then we obviously did that each side. So now what we do is we do 2 working sets on this. So the second working set is 12 to 15, but obviously I'm now going to hit on 14 kilogram, which we'll record now. And then we do that again. We don't drop it in a sense, we just repeat the weight. So I'll hit 15 on 14 and then stop for like 10 seconds. Keep the attachment still on my arm, and then literally 10 seconds, if not less, rest, and then go again, same weight, but literally till you can't move it anymore. So it's like one set, and then it's a drop set, but not a drop set because the weight's staying the same. Bit strange, but we'll run with it because it's been working so far. So we'll hit probably 15 on this side, and then we'll switch it to the other side, and we'll go from there, because I think in terms of this like exercise, it's good to get both angles, because I can never tell which side looks better personally, but we'll run with it. So what I like to do is kind of keep my arms straight as possible, head up, I'm just kind of like, I like to put my hand here on my hip, but that's just personal preference. And then, but the key, don't do this. Worst, literally just dead straight arm, elbow straight, and then just extend. Right, and then literally split second rest while I just get a bit of energy back. I kind of want to put headphones on for this set. Right, and then that's enough of a rest, and then just kind of repeat it. Exact same weight. Try and hit 15 again, but if not, it's fine. But we just go to complete failure. Cool, happy with that. Really felt that in my shoulder, to be like, it was really nice towards the end. So what we'll do is we'll just repeat that, but on obviously the other side, and then we'll do single arm tricep push downs next. If the flies are not free, which they aren't, so we'll do single arm tricep extensions next, and then hopefully flies, and then split machine press incline. So yeah, we'll hit that set and then we'll move on to the next exercise. Right then, penultimate, not penultimate, what am I on about? Third to last exercise, let's call it that. So this will be the third tricep movement we're going to do. Now, I've already done one set on 12 to 15 reps on 23 kilogram. So we do 3 working sets in total of these. So these are single arm tricep extensions. So I've done one set of 12 to 15, and that was on yeah, 23, like I said. And then we're going to now try and aim for 2 sets of 10 to 12 on 27. If not, we'll, on the second, or sorry, with the third working set, we'll probably drop it down back to 23, depending on how this feels. So like, I'm not too sure, because the first set felt, I got the 15 reps in, but it didn't feel like how I wanted it to feel, if that makes sense. So I'll get the headphones on for this set, and then we'll try and hit 12 on 27. And see how nicely it moves. Focus. Yep. Actually got 12 there, which is quite nice. It's lighter than I thought it was going to feel actually, to be fair, which is good. So what we'll do now is repeat that on the other side, and then I'll probably do the same weight again, to be fair. So we'll repeat that. Why was it focused there for a second? Weird. But yeah, we'll repeat that on the other side and then hit one more working set after that. And then we will go on to flies, as that will be the penultimate movement. Right then, penultimate, not penultimate, what am I about? Third to last exercise, let's call it that. So this will be the third tricep movement we're going to do. Now, I've already done one set on 12 to 15 reps on 23 kilogram. So we do 3 working sets total of these. So these are single arm tricep extensions. So I've done one set of 12 to 15, and that was on 23, like I said. And then we're going to now try and aim for 2 sets of 10 to 12 on 27. If not, we'll, on the third working set, we'll probably drop it down back to 23, depending on how this feels. So I'm not too sure, because the first set felt, I got the 15 reps in, but it didn't feel like how I wanted it to feel, if that makes sense. So I'll get the headphones on for this set, and then we'll try and hit 12 on 27. You see how nicely it moves. Focus. Yep. Actually got 12 there, which is quite nice. It's lighter than I thought it was going to feel actually, to be fair, which is good. So what we'll do now is repeat that on the other side, and then I'll probably do the same weight again, to be fair. So we'll repeat that. Why was it focused there for a second? Weird. But yeah, we'll repeat that on the other side and then hit one more working set after that. And then we will go on to flies, as that will be the penultimate movement. Right, penultimate exercise now. So I kind of have done, to be fair, I've got a new cable machine now, which feels a lot lighter than the other one. So my weights are going to be all a bit messed up on this now, which is slightly annoying. So I've kind of lost track of what I normally do, but in terms of sets and reps on this, so I've already done one working set of 20 to 25 on, I did it on 13.75 kilogram, which felt light as fuck, so we've upped it to 18.75. I'm gonna see how these feel now. So yeah, we've done one set of 20 to 25, which is more like it's still a working set, but it should really be counted up as a warm-up set, really. And now we will do 2 sets of 12 to 15 as proper working sets, of course. So obviously we're using cuffs as always on the forearms, flies, and the 2 pins are at shoulder width height, like perfect shoulder width height, and it's more of a high to low fly, so I'll go on my knees and then it will target, go on, science-based lifting here, think about it, lower chest, yeah, I think. Shit, it might be wrong, but who knows. But yeah, we'll hit 12 to 15 on that as our second working set and see how that feels. Hopefully it feels nice. I think that feels good. So we kind of get down like this and then make sure to fly and not push. That feels really nice actually. That is perfect weight. It was a good set. A beautiful set actually, in fact. Felt really, really nice. I think we're gonna up that, to be fair. In fact, we will definitely up it. So we'll probably up that to 21, what's the one up? 21.25, we'll up that to. And then we'll hit 15 on that as a third working set. And that will be that kind of done, to be fair. I don't want to do too much like volume on this. Obviously, I'm doing a lot of volume as it is, but I don't want to do too much. So we'll hit that third working set on that. And then we'll probably, it'll be Smith machine press, which I really should have done at the start already, as our last exercise. So yeah, we'll hit that and then move on to that, and then we're done. And then we'll get some visuals in, get some poses in, so we're looking like today. And then it'll be cardio time. So that's fun. Only 40 minutes today though, so it's not too bad. But yeah, we'll get this done and move on to the next one. Right, into the last exercise of the session now, and I am officially done, and I can't be arsed now, so yeah, I'm kind of just pushing myself way through this now. But Smith machine, just incline Smith machine press, so 2 working sets on this. Now, I'm considering it's the end of the session, it's a real push now, I can't lie, it's a real push on this weight, but we've just done, what was that, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, press the bar, 81.3 for 11. And I've took 10 off, so now we'll do 71.3, and we want to hit a 15 to 20 rep range. So we'll try and bash that out and see how it moves, and see if we can get 15 at least minimum. So let's try it. Right. Right, just sort the settings out there, but I think we've got it. That's how it'll work. Mandatory shots. To be fair, some of those transitions are a little bit shit, but you know, it wasn't my best round I've ever done, but it's not too bad, I guess. Just could change the angle. Wasn't too happy with that angle, if I'm being honest. We are. Fatigue's looking ridiculous. The striations in the shoulder and the tricep. Mental, boys.